Welcome back to my Year 8 Champions. Thank you so much for joining me today as we are starting our next topic, which is measurement. All right, here is a riddle to jumpstart your brains. I have dozens of keys, but cannot open any locks. What am I? If you think you know the answer, put it down in the comments, and if you are correct, I will pin you. All right, so for today's lesson, at the start of measurement, we are looking at perimeter. This may have been something that you would have seen in Year 7, but I'm going to pretend that you haven't, and so we're all starting from scratch. All right, so perimeter in mathematics is our fancy word for the outside of a shape. So if I'm asking you to find the perimeter, I'm asking you to sum together or plus together all of the sides of a 2D shape. Okay? So for a simple example, for this rectangle here with sides of 3 and 7, if we were finding the perimeter, we would write P equals 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7, which is 20. Okay, it's that straightforward. All right, let's have a go at a few examples to sort of see the types of questions we can be asked about perimeter. Here's our first one. We are going to find the perimeter of these two 2D shapes. We're starting off pretty simple just to get our feel for this. So all you really need to know for these questions is that when sides are marked with the same marking, it means they are the same length. So for this shape here, this is an 8 over here, and this is also an 8. And over here, all three sides of this triangle are 6 meters long. For a bonus question, I'll be giving out a prize for the first person to comment what is the name of this four-sided shape, what do we call it, and also what do we call a triangle which has all three sides the same length. Okay, let me know. Okay, so for this first one, we're just going to say the perimeter is going to be 9 plus 8 plus 15 plus 8. Okay, just add up all your sides. That's straightforward. We get an answer of 40. The only way I can improve that answer is by including my units, which in this question was centimeters. So 40 is a good answer, but 40 centimeters is a better answer. And for the second one, again, all three sides are the same length. They're all 6 meters. So we're just doing 6 plus 6 plus 6. And we get an answer of 18 meters is your unit. Okay? All right, so those are some basic examples. Let's step it up a little bit. Can you find the perimeter of these two shapes? This is a bit tougher. But if you think you know what you're doing, you can pause the video and have a go, or you can just watch and learn. All right, so for this first one, which we call a composite shape, the only trick to this question is that I've left a couple of the sides blank. I haven't told you what the lengths are. But you can figure these lengths out very quickly with a bit of logic. So this side over here, we don't know what it is, but I know that when I plus it with 2, it's going to be 6. How do I know that? Well, because over here, I've got 3 and 3 makes 6. So this shape is 6 centimeters tall. All right, so if this length over here is 6 centimeters, it means that this length over here needs to be 6 centimeters. So we need 2 plus 4 to make 6 centimeters. Okay? So just match up with the other side and just sort of figure out what length makes it all work, I guess. And with the top one, we have that this whole length, the whole top end, needs to be 12 centimeters, needs to match this bottom. So we've got 2 here and we've got 3 here because it's the same markings. So we've got this and this makes 5. So what goes with 5 to make a 12? Well, it's got to be a 7. Okay, 2 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 12. Okay, now that you've got all the lengths, you can sum them all together and we get our perimeter. So we just got to do 12 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, and we get 36. Okay, if you're really clever, the shortcut for getting that is you can just do 12 plus 6 plus 12 plus 6. Okay, because these lengths are always the same. Yeah, these top ones are going to make 12 and these side ones are going to make 6. So you don't have to type in all these numbers. You can just do 12 plus 6 plus 12 plus 6, if you're smart. All right, and for the next one, for this triangle, we're trying to find the perimeter, but once again, I've left off one of the side lengths. But that is the kind of problem we've encountered before in the Pythagoras topic. So we're going to call this unknown side up here, we're going to call it x. Okay, and to answer this question, we're going to figure out what x is using the Pythagorean formula. Okay, which if you need a reminder, it's that the two shorter sides, when you square them and plus them together, you get the hypotenuse squared, okay, the longest side. So we have this equation. We have x squared plus 9 squared gets us 15 squared. For the examples where we're trying to find a shorter side, we end up rearranging this equation to subtract. So we do 15 minus 9 squared. Okay, if we do 15 squared minus 9 squared with a calculator, we get an answer of 144. So we're asking ourselves, all right, x is a number such that when you square it, which means multiply it by itself, you get 144. So it must be 12 if you know your times tables, because 12 times 12 is 144. Okay, that's all the hard work done. Now that you know that this length is 12, now you can add up all three sides, hopefully pretty easily. And we get the perimeter is equal to 12 plus 9 plus 15, which is 36, which is the same as before. What a spooky coincidence. Or is it? All right, and for the last one today, this is a kind of reverse question. It says challenge, but it's not too challenging. We have this rectangle, I'm telling you, has a perimeter of 38 centimeters. Solve for x. So what is the value of x that when you do x plus 10 plus x plus 10, you get an answer of 38. Now I know a lot of people watching this video can probably just guess a value of x and see if it works, and if it doesn't, you just try another one. But we're going to solve this problem using algebra because that is the most efficient way of getting an answer. So we're saying that the perimeter of the rectangle, like I said, x plus x and 10 plus 10, and this should give us an answer of 38. If we simplify this left-hand side, so we write x plus x is 2x and 10 plus 10 is 20, we get 2x plus 20 equals 38, okay? Same as the last line, just tidy it up a little bit. And now we're saying to ourselves, well, we've got 2 times a number plus 20 equals 38. Okay, so this 2 times a number must be 18. If it's plussing with 20 to make 38, so the 2x is going to be 18. And now you got to ask yourselves, well, what number, when I double it, do I get 18? The answer is 9. Okay, well done if you figured out that the value of x is 9 centimeters. Okay, that's it for today. So if that is making sense to you, you can have a go at the work I've put up on MathSpace and let me know if you need any help. But that's all from me today, so thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. So true.